Just like candy. Let me share this out. Hello. Hey, Toya. How are you? I'm trying to share this. Y'all know I don't be going live. How are you? Trying to put this on my computer so I can see the chat better. Let's see. Can you hear me okay? No, I appreciate you jumping in. Hey to those who are joining. I see some other people. Say hello if you can, so I know who you are. Y'all, this is going to be quick. I'm not going to be on here too long. Maybe like 15, 20 minutes. We'll see. But yeah, I was like, I have some time. I'm going to try to start going live. Hopefully I can do some kind of planned, like fun lives. Because I don't know, like I used to do the I used to do the wind down Wednesdays. That seems long ago, where I would like invite multiple guests and then we play games, usually friend groups I would invite, and they would come up and I'd let them introduce themselves and play games. I don't think I'm going to do that anymore, but I do want to do like some fun lives or interactive lives, maybe some like motivational lives, stuff like that, just to continue to promote positivity, or even talk about stuff that's going on in the world, let people get it off their chest, you know, just kind of a safe space to join in and all of that. But yeah, hello. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you? Where are you located? How's the weather there, Toya? So we're coming out of a winter storm. We're coming out of it. Today I actually left and went to the grocery store, and that's how I ended up with this thing. I'm well. Thank you for joining in. But yeah, I want to try out this pomelo. Have any of you ever seen this fruit or tried it? It's supposed to be in the grapefruit family. But it's supposed to be sweeter, not as bitter as a grapefruit, they say. So I'm going to give it a try here in a moment. But I was Googling, because when I saw them, this was only $2.99. So I was like, oh, like if I see fruit and it's on sale and stuff and I haven't tried it, like I'm willing to give it a try and try it out. So I was like, let me see how it is. And then I Googled it to actually see what it was. And it said that it's in the grapefruit family. It's not supposed to be as bitter. And I was looking at, well, how do you know which one to get? And it said that it should be more yellow and feel heavy, which this does. Because I did see some that were more green. You can see it has some of the green on there. So I guess in order to know if it's ripe, it should be mostly this color yellow. So we're gonna cut into this and see how it is. So I got my handy dandy knife. But how are you guys doing? Oh, thank you, Summer Reed. I appreciate that. I love your name, Summer Reed. Happy birthday, Carlos. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. Do any of you do content on YouTube, or you more just watch videos? Carlos, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you, Carlos. Happy birthday to you. Everyone sing with me. Happy birthday, dear Carlos. Happy birthday to you. Oh, thank you. I'm glad the weather is better for you. I'm so glad the weather's better for you. Yeah, it is a big fruit. It's called a Pummelo. Hi, is it B Bros? B Bros 13? So this is a Pummelo. I'm gonna stop stalling and cut into this thing, y'all. Let's see. Ugh. Ooh, it said it had a thick rind. I'm gonna have to stand up for this. I might need to sharpen this knife. Where did I get it? Hi, Jonathan Gutierrez. I got it. I'll show you the inside once I cut it. I got it at Kroger. I had never heard of it either, but it's supposed to be in the grapefruit family. Ratika 404V. Hello. Welcome in. All right, so let's see. Oh, wow. They weren't playing when they said it had a thick rind. Look at that. Like, it's mostly rind. Where's the fruit? It's mostly the rind. Like, I knew it. No wonder it was like hard to cut into. Y'all see that? But it does look like the grapefruit, kind of. That smells good, though. All right, so I'm going to cut into the center. Well, Kiana Heyman, you're talking to the wrong person because I don't eat those a lot. McDonald's and Chick-fil-A. I eat on occasion, but I don't eat those a lot. Oh, wow, is mom upside down? You're right. I know, it's mostly this rind that's around it. Thank you, Jonathan. You know, people will come in here being trolls, especially when you go live this way, and it doesn't bother me because at the end of the day, they don't know me from a can of paint. So I'm here to spread positivity, and if people want to come in here and be negative, it's not going to work for them very well because I'm just going to keep being myself. So, you know, they want you to get mad and all that stuff. I don't have time for that. Life is too short. I feel cheated too. Like, I was like expecting a lot of fruit in this thing. So there it is. There's still a little bit left, but this is like solid rind, y'all. I know, Elizabeth, they are annoying, but a lot of times they're kids and people just hide behind the screen, you know? Oh, I know. Try it. Quit stalling. Oh, y'all, I have some tahini in here too, y'all. So I'm gonna try it first by itself. So here, y'all take the first bite. How is it? I got some of the rind. Y'all, it's sweet. The texture is very similar to a grapefruit. It doesn't taste, I do think grapefruit is more bitter. So yeah, it's definitely when you bite into it, you feel like you're eating grapefruit for sure. But it is sweet. So how's y'all's New Year feeling so far? It's good. Oh yeah, the seasoning on deck, the tahini for sure. I love tahini on mangoes, especially pineapples too. Yeah, longest is sweet. Okay, let's try it with the tahini. How about that? See? Let's see. Mmm. That's good. Sorry for the slurping. I just don't like it has like that rind in the middle of it too. So you kind of have to bite around it. What did you guys do today? Your New Year has been okay? This has been the best year for you so far? Good, Toya. And we're gonna put out good vibes that it stays that way, you know? You have school? What kind of school are you in? Zach Puglisi? I don't want to mess up your name, your last name. Happy birthday in 2 days. Can't complain. He's blessed me with almost 1 year and 4 days, so it's been a blessing. That's good to hear. You know, the year has been good so far. I feel like, for me, things have been going pretty well. I do feel like I still have even more growth to make. And I don't ever set like New Year's resolutions or anything like that. But I just always have goals. And sometimes my goals carry over from the previous year. In 2021, me, my mom, my sister, and some of my nieces, we got together during COVID, you know, when everything was shut down. And we did these vision boards and like big poster boards. And the one that I did, I'm going to eat this other half. The one that I did it as a life board instead of just like for 1 year. So I really put things that I want to accomplish in my life. But I also know that some of those things may not happen. So it's really whatever's meant for me on there. That's what I'm rooting for. I appreciate that so much. Thank you, Elizabeth. Enjoy your dinner. Bye. Oh, you went live? You know what? I'm going to have to see, because I'm not always getting notifications. Like, usually when I see you're live, or sometimes even other people, when I see that you're live, it's because I went on looking to see who is live. But I'm not always getting notifications. I need to see why. Well, Jonathan, I also feel like there's still so much more in the year to come. And so, you know, I just hope that people are staying healthy. I hope, you know, my family and friends and all of you, people that I come in contact with, are staying healthy and safe. There's just so much going on in the world. So that makes me feel good when I see that other people are doing well too. I'm disappointed with all this rind. That's the only reason why I probably wouldn't buy it again. Because to me, you're only getting like a teeny amount of fruit. At least like with a big mango, you get mostly fruit. Even with the big seed, you still get a lot of fruit. Yeah. I don't know what's with the notification thing. I really don't. Tell Sharice to leave you alone. Yes. And you know what, Jonathan? I truly believe that love is stronger than hate. And it sometimes seems like hate is winning, but ultimately it'll be defeated. You just got to hold on and keep being the light around you, around other people as well, you know? I love your positivity, Jonathan. So what are you guys' plans for the weekend? Do you have any plans? Anything that you're going to do? For me, the only thing I kind of plan to do, hey, Sassy. I know, right? It's been a while. That's why I was like, you know what encouraged me to go live, actually? The other day, I was on Sticks in Charge. I was on his live, and he was in the bathtub. And he was saying, like, you know, just go live, telling people, not me, but just people in general. If you have a channel, like, go live if you have some time, you know. So I said that I would think about like a good time to go live. And so I was like, I saw this fruit in the store and I was like, I was going to make a video. And I was like, you know what? Let me go live. Oh, yeah. How much snow did y'all get? Ours was like solid ice, but it's been melting. I appreciate that, Jonathan. You as well. I'm glad that you joined in. Thank you. It's always cool to chit chat with some new people. Yeah, Sassy. Hopefully it'll clear up so you can get back outside. But that's pretty much my plan this weekend is I want to go back to the gym because we've been snowed in with ice. Did you see me you didn't see me put some on there, Jonathan? I did. I put some tahini on it. I've been eating it with the tahini. Here, I'll do it again so you can see it. Hold on. This is just this rind. I don't like. It's so thick. Y'all see that? Is YouTube gonna get mad at me for having this big old knife in the camera? It's just fruit. Yeah, that's good that you guys get actual snow though. All right, so here's some tahini. Look, I put a lot. So I'm in Jonathan, I live in Arlington, Texas, which is basically Dallas, Texas. We got a winter storm that kind of started on Saturday. Today is Wednesday. We still have some leftover ice that's been melting today. Today's the first day where the temperature went, well, actually, no, yesterday the temperature went above freezing. But we got some temperatures as low as like 7 degrees and stuff like that the last few days. And then like 14 degrees and stuff like that. But today, the high got up to 45 and the sun was out. So it started melting the ice. But we had a mixture of snow and ice. And so when it settled on the ground overnight, it just froze solid. So it looked like nice white snow. And then you go walk on it and you have to keep your ground so you don't slide on it. But there's still some in my driveway in the back, like Today I went to the grocery store, I went out of the garage, there's still some ice back there because that area is kind of shaded. It wasn't getting direct sunlight. So I was out there like shoveling some of the ice out of the way so I could open my back fence. Is that great food? I eat them with my breakfast. This is called a Pummelo, Sassy. So it's pretty big, but then when I cut it, you see all the rind. I thought it was going to be mostly fruit, and look at all of that. So yeah, that was disappointing to see that it wasn't mostly fruit. You get snow until April. Yeah, see that negative degrees. Ooh, I don't think I'm ready. Yeah, I had never heard of it either. I saw it in the store and it said it was only $2.99. I was like, oh, I'll try it for $2.99. And so that's what I did. Yeah, the black ice and stuff. And what night was it? Was it Monday night or Tuesday night? It was one of those nights. The Dallas Mavericks played the Lakers, and people had tickets because, you know, Luka, who plays for the Lakers, used to play for Dallas, and a lot of the Dallas Maverick fans were mad that our team let him go to the Lakers because everybody was a big fan of Luka. So whenever they play here, like, they pack out that stadium, but they should have canceled the game, or they should have allowed for people to get refunds. Hi, Sam Gloves. How are you? They should have allowed for people to get refunds because people, when they left the game, they were on the freeway and they were sliding. People had to get out of their car because they were having to try to push other cars off out of the way. Some cars were going the wrong way because the ice was turning their cars around. And I was like, the Dallas Mavericks told them that they were not going to issue refunds for the game if people couldn't make it. And I'm like, why would y'all do that? Put people at risk. And I know the people didn't have to go, but imagine paying however much money you pay for those tickets and they're not going to refund you. So I kind of don't blame the people for trying to actually go to those games. Sam Gloves, you like gloves? Do you have a channel about gloves? Disposable gloves, plastic gloves, rubber gloves, cleaning gloves, surgical gloves. I have cleaning gloves and some plastic gloves. Oh, you do have a channel that's about gloves. That's interesting. Hold on, let me click. Let's see if I can. I have my computer right here. I'm trying to see if it'll let me open your channel. Let me see. Sam Gloves. I'm trying to see if I can open your channel. I'm curious about this glove thing. Hold on. Sassy, I be seeing those meals that you be making, and they look good. For sure. I'm trying to see. Sam Gloves. Okay, I see your channel. Oh, you're welcome. Okay, I'm clicking on your channel. So, Sam Gloves. Oh, you have 1.42 subscribers. My Gloves channel and I like to stay and watch the live stream because people wearing the gloves on both hands just for me while you're live streaming as well. Also, you like for people to wear gloves. Well, I'm not gonna go get any gloves right now. Let me see. Oh wow, you literally do have videos with gloves, like shorts. Your latex disposable gloves. Wow. Oh, I have fruit on my face. Thank you. Okay, let me get it off. You know, I made a video and I wiped my face and I got like a crumb on my face. And when I was editing it, I was like, why didn't y'all tell me I had a crumb? But of course you couldn't tell me because it wasn't a live video. I recorded it. But I wasn't gonna like not use the video, but it was like a little crumb that was sitting like right here on my nose. But those are the things like you don't always notice because I'm trying to look, I usually try to look in the camera so I don't see, like notice it. I'm trying to get this tahini off of this board. Oh, I know. Especially if you're talking to somebody and you have something on your face or whatever it might be. Uh-oh, my other phone is ringing. Hold on, y'all. But yeah. Let's see. Did I miss anyone's comment? But no, that's the worst when you're talking to somebody and you have something on your face and they don't tell you. And then you go and talk to someone else and they're like, you have something on your face. And you're like, I literally was just talking to somebody and they didn't tell me. Or if you have something in your teeth. I'll usually tell people. I actually work in education. Actually, I went back into the classroom as a 4th grade teacher. And I also like tutor. I tutor some kids in China with English. But that one I just kind of set my own schedule. That's usually early in the morning because of our time difference. So whenever I'm tutoring them, it'll be like 5 o'clock in the morning. And then, but they're only 30-minute classes. I usually would do 2 in the morning. On some days, I'll just do 1. But 5 in the morning for them is evening. So, but yeah, I've been working in the education world for going on 17 years. I was in the classroom for 10 years, teaching mainly 3rd and 4th grade. And then I got out of the classroom. I was working with teachers, doing like trainings and stuff like that, coaching and stuff. I was working for doing that for about 3 years. And then I left and started working for an educational company where I was traveling a lot. And I was still working with teachers for that company. And then the company started to struggle a bit and they changed my position. So I technically got laid off, but even though I was offered a position to stay with them, I didn't like the stipulations that were going to be a part of that position. So I opted out of staying with the company. So they went ahead and like, it was almost like you're going to be laid off or you can take this other position with these requirements. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. So I decided to go back in the classroom for a few years, and then I'll figure out what I want to do next. Thank you, Toya. I appreciate that, Jonathan. I appreciate that so much. But yeah, I'm definitely blessed to be at the school that I'm at. I feel like the administrators there have not forgotten what it's like to be a teacher. Sometimes when people get in leadership, they forget what it's like to have been a teacher, and they just want to like dictate and like micromanage and treat teachers like their kids themselves. And I don't feel that way where I work, so that's good for me. And for the most part, my kids are pretty good. You know, we have some challenges, but I've had some behaviors before, like at one of the first schools that I went to when I came to Texas. That was back in 2015. That school, we had some severe behaviors. So I've seen a lot. And then when I did my job where I had to travel and go and work with teachers in other states, I saw a lot. Like there was this one school in Rhode Island, in Providence, Rhode Island. You know, there's some areas where there's some rough neighborhoods and schools there. Hi, Silva. Charlotte, North Carolina in the house. Blessings and greetings to you too. But yeah, that school that I went to visit and support, I was there for 3 weeks in Providence, Rhode Island. And that whole area is so nice to go and explore because all of those states are so close together. But the middle school that I had to help with, okay, welcome back. The middle school that I had to help with there was in a rough neighborhood, and those kids, when I tell you, they were something else. I've never seen anything like that. And I was like, what in the world? You know, I read Viola Davis's book. Well, I listened to it. I actually listened to it on Audible. Viola Davis's book. And she grew up in Providence, Rhode Island, in that area. And she talked about her rough upbringing. There's some beautiful areas in Rhode Island, but there's also the areas that struggle. And this school had some kids that were something else. And these were 6th, 7th, 8th graders. And when I tell you some horrible behaviors, and some of those teachers were so young, and I just felt horrible for them that they would come to school and get disrespected every day. But I mean, you saw girls dressed in like almost bra tops and their cheeks hanging out from their shorts. And I was like, where is the dress code? Where's the dress code? Like, what? And then I'm like, even if there is no dress code, you would think the parents wouldn't let them come to school like that. And I was like, well, maybe some of these girls are changing their clothes when they get to school. But no, I saw kids getting out of their parents' car, coming into the school like that. It was bad. And there were a few teachers that were a part of this program called Teach for America. They were there and some of them were from different places. Some of them were from like Texas. There were 3 teachers, I think, that were from Texas that were there. And when I was asking them, like, how are y'all handling this? They were like, it's a shock to us because the way the kids were allowed to dress. And I didn't know, like, I don't really know. I have to go and do some history. Hey, Elizabeth. I would have to go and do like some research on what the laws there in Rhode Island in that particular school district, because I was shocked at how the kids were able to dress. Toya, no, I literally, because, you know, when I would go visit there, everything had to be locked, the bathrooms and all that. And typically, you know, they'll do that in middle schools because, you know, kids will go in bathrooms and do stuff they're not supposed to be doing, whatever. So, but like I had to carry a key around with me to get in like the teacher's lounge, to get into the restrooms and all of that. And one day I was sitting in their lounge, and there were kids in the hallway that weren't supposed to be there, and one of their teachers said, "I need you guys to get to class." And one of those kids turned around and just said, "F you." And I was like, "What? What?" And I'm like, they were dealing with stuff every day. And they were telling me, don't be in the hallway whenever they have to transition from classes. They were like, you probably don't want to be in the hallway. Because, some of these kids are something else. But I was like, there were several times where I would end up in the hallway. I was like, I'm not scared of these kids. But of course, you got to watch your back. But I mean, they would hide out under stairwells instead of being in class. So I was just like, that's the worst that I've ever seen. But I'm sure there's even worse. But it was like a movie. I was like, if every educational leader could go and walk that campus and go see that school, I think they would be shocked at what's actually allowed. And I'm just like, whoa. That was the worst that I've ever seen. So there are teachers that are dealing with some crazy situations. And that school, they didn't even have air conditioning. So they would have to keep windows open. Mind you, they don't get extreme heat out there, but still, it's crazy. But let me get off of that soapbox. I could tell a lot of stories from the education world. I could tell a whole lot of stories, good and bad. Good and bad. Well, when I was in high school, we'd see some of that stuff, but this school that I was at was on a different level. Hey, Grateful, how are you? Oh, well, when you work, Toya, when you work in these schools, you learn, either you learn how to get your teacher voice, or you're gonna fold, because I can get that strict teacher voice when I need to. But the difference with me is I'm very structured. You're not gonna be chaotic in my classroom. But I don't have to yell. I find that some of the teachers that yell all the time, they just get a lot of pushback from kids, because some of these kids, that's what they're used to, being yelled at. So it's that doesn't work. You can't just yell at them. Well, there was this one girl that would come on and just reminding for those coming in. Oh, thank you, Grateful. For those coming in, I was telling them about this middle school that I was helping with, that's in Providence, Rhode Island, when I was working for this educational company, and it was just horrible. I actually dreaded going there every day. And I'm like, I don't even have to work here permanently. I'm just here to support them for 3 weeks. But these people that work here have to come every day and deal with all of this. And I'm just like, I would have quit. I would have said, I cannot do this. Who wants to come and be disrespected? There was this one teacher, though. She had found a way to get some of the worst behaved kids to treat her respectfully. But the thing about it, it took so much effort for her to do that. She almost had to throw everything out the window of what a traditional teacher would do, to the point of almost talking to them like she was a friend of theirs, but still reminding them that she was a teacher. And so I was impressed by her, but I also was like, she would also sometimes break down and cry when I was there, because it was so much to do. But even then, there were still kids coming in her class that were, because she kind of taught the remedial class, or kids that were trying to make up credits or whatever. There were still kids that would come in there, and they would be high, and not high on what you would think, high on narcotics, serious stuff that maybe people snort. like that level. One of the boys, she had helped go to Narcotics Anonymous, and he had went back onto the drugs. So that was sad. Grateful, how are the sardines? Well, so I have another video where I'm actually eating them, but I'll tell you, I am not too big of a fan. Yeah, stuff like that, Jonathan, like hardcore. I'm not too big of a fan of them after I kept eating them. When I first started eating them, I was like, oh, they're not too bad. It's like, it's not too much different than tuna, even though I like the flavor of tuna better. But I was like, it's not too different as far as eating it, you know? But the more I kept eating it, it just kind of wasn't sitting well on my stomach. I don't know if it's because I was eating it so early, because I was eating it at like breakfast time, because I wanted to get that video done early. So it could have been that. So maybe I'll try them again and try them like during lunchtime or something, and maybe see if I enjoy them more. But after a while, I was like, I can't eat any more of these. It was kind of making me like, oh, I don't know. It's not that they were nasty. It just wasn't faring well for me. Do y'all eat sardines? Sauteed with onions and olive oil. I may try that, Grateful. I'll try them again. I don't think I should have eaten them so early, because I don't really, usually I don't eat, you know, stuff like that for breakfast. So maybe it was that, who knows? But the more I ate them, I just started feeling a little bit like, oh, I can't eat these anymore. You love sardines, don't eat them Vienna sausages. Oh, Toya, my dad used to have us eating all that stuff back in the day. And I used to like Vienna sausages with crackers when I was little. And then when I got in my teens, I didn't eat them at all. And then I have not eaten them in years. So maybe one of these days I'll try them to see what I think. But I don't know. I remember the smell of them and everything. I don't think I would like them now. And then my dad used to eat the potted meat with the crackers. And then we used to eat it too. But I was like little, probably like 6 or so. So I can't even imagine eating the potted meat anymore. But yeah, they have all of that. So yeah, I'll try the sardines again. I never thought about sauteing them with onions and olive oil. I'll have to try. I know, who was it? I think Sassy said that she likes the ones that are in oil. The ones that I got, I think, were in water, but they had seasoned them. Like, you can see the seasonings. But yeah, maybe I'll try them again in the future. Too salty now? I'm sure. A lot of stuff, you know, that they would make back in the day don't quite taste the same as they used to. So there's that. Y'all, it's funny, who is it? Sam Gloves. You guys, if you have a fascination with gloves, go follow Sam Gloves. He literally has videos about gloves. I've never, you know, people have different like fetishes and things that they like. So I guess, you know, his are gloves. I know there's the people that eat the what is it that they eat? The what is it, y'all? The white powdery stuff that makes your food thick. What am I trying to say? I can't think right now. I know, Grateful. I see people eat bricks of that. Guys, what am I trying to say? I can't think right now. Oh, where am I from? I grew up in, actually I grew up in, yes, cornstarch. Do any of y'all eat that? The cornstarch bricks? I saw someone eating it a while back. Someone who has a channel. I don't either. I'm like, to me, that can't be good for your body after a while, eating all of that. But people have stuff like that they like, that it's just their thing. Oh, I grew up in New Mexico, actually. Hobbs, New Mexico. Small town, which is at the very southeast tip of New Mexico, where New Mexico meets Texas. So I live right now in Arlington, Texas, which is just pretty much Dallas. And so like to get to my parents in New Mexico, it's about a 5.5 hour drive. Most of my drive is in Texas, and then you cross the Texas and New Mexico state line and you're there. So most of that drive, I'm in Texas most of the way because Texas is huge. And then probably the last 10 minutes, I'm in New Mexico. So yeah, but it's not as beautiful as like Santa Fe, New Mexico, and those places that are in northern New Mexico. My hometown is very much just like flat plains. And honestly, there's not a lot to do there. Just like spend time with your family, go out to eat. There's not a lot to do. No, grateful heart. I have no children. I am not married. I've never been married. I do hope to get married, but I need it to be the right person. Y'all, people are crazy. People are crazy. And I'm one of those, I love my peace. I'm like, if I'm going to date somebody, like, we got to be on the same wavelength. Like, you got to want to have a good and positive life and do good in the world. Like, I don't want drama. And then sometimes people that you never think would be crazy, you're like, where did that come from? I didn't expect you to act like that. But I don't know. And even like, you just don't know. But I mean, everybody has a different timeline in life, you know? So some people get married right after high school. Some people get married in their 20s. Some people get married in their 40s. Some people get married in their 50s. I'm hoping I'm not 50 by the time that happens. 2 nieces and 1 nephew. Oh, I have several nieces and nephews. My brother has 7, and then my sister has 2, but she's raising one of my brothers. So yeah, but most of my nieces and nephews are in their 20s now, except one who's still like 18. And then I have 2 nephews, one that is in 4th grade and one that's in 5th grade. Good night, Toya. I'm about to get off here too. I said I was only going to do 15 minutes. It's about to be 6 o'clock. See you later. I love you. Yes, I got to get off. Yes, that's right. I was trying to keep an eye on that. I didn't even realize how late the time is getting. So this is perfect timing. Yes, they're going live in 3 minutes. So yeah, that's a good, perfect timing for me to get off. Thank you for reminding me of the time. I literally said I was going to be on here about 15 minutes and it's been almost 50. But yeah, so this was my purpose of going live. I wanted to try this Pummelo. It's in the grapefruit family. I was a little disappointed when I opened it up because it has all of this rind. It's very little fruit. The fruit has the same texture as grapefruit, but it's sweet and not as bitter. So the fruit tastes good. I just wouldn't buy it again because look, you are hardly getting anything. But yeah, well, guys, it was nice catching up with you all. And I'll try to find some times to go live. I want to do some interactive stuff too, so I'll find some times to go live. But yeah, we're gonna get off of here so we can get in CJ and Sharice's live. Thank you guys for joining in. It was good to chit chat with some new people as well. And I'll see you guys. I will, grateful. Thank you so much. See you guys. Good night. Stay warm. Bye, y'all.